Hey friends, it's really good to be back together with you for a message for all ages. I'm not sure if you've noticed this, but the past couple of Sundays, including the one ahead of us, Jesus is teaching the disciples and the crowds by using parables or stories. Now this week, he's going back to something he did last week, which is to talk about the soil and the seeds that go in that soil. But really what Jesus was doing was using the things that are a part of the disciples' lives every day, in and out. And he's shifting their thinking a little bit so that it would reveal some new meaning in what they do and how they act and think. So maybe we don't have access to the garden or a farm or the lake, but we can use the things that are around us and dig into them so that they might give us some new meaning. Now, one way that we can look at the world around us in a new and different way is by doing walking meditations. And that's what we're going to talk about today. How we can, wherever we are, in the neighborhood, in the woods, walking around your block even, change the way we walk so that it's an engaged experience in paying attention, opening us up to what is around us, to seeing with new eyes. Hey Nora, where are we?
At the Riverdale Park Trail.
So I'd like to welcome Rach officially to the Message for All Ages. Hi. Glad to have you with us. Now, I brought my family front and center this time. Not that I ever get to leave them out, but because walking has kind of changed our family life since the pandemic. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that right at the start. Rach, who has been known in our larger family as the fastest walker among us, what was walking about before the pandemic to you?
It was mostly about commuting, going to work, going to school. When I first moved to New York, my boss at the time said to me, being polite in New York is to move fast.
That is incredibly true. But this is a totally different world now, and we are not commuting. So what has walking meant to you in this current context?
Well, now it's family time. It's a way for all of us to take a break from the Zooms and the online working that we're doing. And we come out together and we don't listen to music, we just listen to each other, and it's a great way to connect with nature.
So when you do a walking meditation, these are a few kind of guidelines. On the one hand, go slowly. It isn't about speed. It's not about getting something out of the end, right? It's about the process of walking. So go slowly. The next thing is breathe, which we rarely think about and most of the time need to do at a deeper level than we are. So breathe. Go slowly. And while you're walking slowly and you're breathing deeply, look up and out. So often we're looking really down close to our feet, which is important so you don't stumble over a root. But also look up. Because you're going slow, you can. And notice the things around you. What's familiar, but then also what's new. While you're thinking of it, think about the smells, right? What are you smelling? What are you hearing? Whether that's the birds or the wind. There's this part of the trail that we love that's just a ways down around that corner, and the trees bend and they creak, almost like a rocking chair on a porch. It's a comforting sound, it's a familiar sound, and it instantaneously connects me to something larger than where I am in the exact moment, right? But pay attention. Will you pray with me? Loving God, you walk with us wherever we are, whether we're walking on our block, on the street, by a lake, on a farm, or even in the woods. And while we walk, oh God, draw our attention upwards and outwards so that we can see the world and see you working all in it. Help us to notice and be aware, to praise you as we take one step and another into the bounty of this earth and this wonderful lesson right in front of us about your provision and your care of us and this world. Continue to teach us as we walk through it. Amen.
Moms, this has been a nice walk, but when are we done?